Welcome to another episode of Game Informer's Replay, everyone. I'm Andrew Reiner. This is episode like 389, maybe 420. We've been doing this for a long time, and I have a great cast here with me. I have Jeff Cork.
Hello.
Tim Turi playing the game.
Uneasy.
And Ben Hanson.
A familiar cast.
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row. We did King Kong last week, and Tim is playing Castlevania Legacy of Darkness, which is a sequel of sorts, or a prequel of sorts. Tim will outline that for us, to Castlevania 64.
Yeah, they basically tried to make some changes. People didn't like Castlevania 64, so they're like, oh, let's do this again, and add a werewolf and some extra levels that take place beforehand. Same castle, some of the same environments. They've just kind of changed what you did.
So it's almost like a remixed version?
Kinda.
Would you call it an equal?
An equal?
Yeah.
Instead of a prequel or sequel, it's an equal.
Okay, I was so confused. The pensive looks that Cork and I were I'm happy we're on the same page. No, Jeff, I would never call it an equal because people don't understand what that means. No, it's like a prequel slash like remix, I'd say is what it is. You could like become this werewolf. You have like a rage meter that would build up and stuff, if I remember right.
We don't even need to see the game.
And who was the guy in the first game? Was that Reinhard?
It was Reinhard with a vengeance.
And this one stars...
And Carrie.
Cornell?
Yes.
Chris?
And you can actually unlock... If you beat the game, if I remember doing this, you could unlock Henry, who's like a little boy that you save in this game, and you play basically a sequel. Like Henry returns to Castlevania years later to fight Dracula, and you know he's just wearing a full suit of armor and has a handgun. So,
wait, a little boy with armor and a handgun?
Well, he's grown up.
Oh, okay. He's had me scared there for a second.
Man.
And Tim, they put a lot of thought in this. They released it under a year after Castlevania 64.
Wow. There's a nod to Bloody Tears from Castlevania 2 going on.
The music, not
this weird
the
cheese
music,
that's
of
on
course.
the altar.
Well, Bloody Tears is the name of the song.
We heard
But
it,
yeah, this
Tim.
was less than a year later. That's death.
Castlevania 64 came out on December 31st, 1998. This came out November 30th, 1999.
Yeah, quick turnaround, especially for having mostly the same content.
So do Castlevania nerds really take this lore into account?
Well, here's the thing. I think that there's two sections of Castlevania nerds. Those that tried to make any sense of the lore outside of the Lords of Shadow series, and then the ones that just kind of appreciate it all separately.
Okay.
There's a canon somewhere. I don't think that this fit into it. I don't remember specifically. I have ignored all of like the overarching stuff. I know like Rondo Blood links in with Symphony and all that, but honestly, it's not about that for me at all.
Okay.
Sephiroth, no!
What have you done, Nibelheim? Oh my god, the Green Man.
He looks like a cookie cutter. Oh, these guys shut us down. We did a replay of Castlevania 64 a long time ago, and these guys shut us the hell down.
Yeah, that replay sucked. That was the first replay I ever edited, by the way. And I
Really?
insisted on taking out parts because we kept having to replay the same section over and over again, and it was
But that's
rough.
the name of the show, Hans.
I know, but it's going back and playing games, not just watching one strip of a town over and over again.
Well, that was Tim on the sticks then, too, so we'll see how he is today.
I've been doing nothing but play Castlevania on the Nintendo 64 since then, so here we are.
So I take it you've played a lot of this game too, because in 64 you're a huge proponent of.
Well, more of it was a guilty pleasure. Both of these games are guilty pleasures. I didn't have a PlayStation. It kind of scratched some like Tomb Raider, Resident Evil itches that I didn't, wasn't able to satisfy. So I played a lot more than I should have, probably, given options. But yeah, I do have a soft spot for these games.
Cork, what are you looking at over there in the instructions?
He's got the
booklet?
manual.
Just flipping through the manual, trying to make sense of what just happened.
Now,
Oh, there's some
also
voiceover.
known as Blue Crescent Moon.
So he turns into a werewolf, right?
I think that's the
Through
pendant you
magic
just
of
got.
the ancients,
Yes.
this man-beast warrior obtained a physical
Jeff.
body
They don't.
of
Yeah, they say
immortality
magical and powerful man
and a
beast.
power
Has
that surpasses
transform
that
into a werewolf.
of a wild beast.
Or is that just because he wears a vest
The man
with no
beast,
shirt?
It's
choosing
one
to
sleeved.
live harmoniously with
Reiner, I don't
humans,
appreciate you making fun of that,
sealed
considering
away
what I
their
wore to the
enormous
office today.
magical
Well, that means you're a man
powers to prevent
beast.
them
Yeah,
from
but
being
it's kind of cold down here, and I'm feeling kind of
However,
self-conscious about
through
my...
You're our
severe
little man
ascetic
beast.
beast.
vest.
It's okay, Timble.
Cornell
Oh.
acquired the art for releasing the sealed man-wolf power. After
If only there was a
year
name
of
for a
travel
man-wolf.
and ascetic training,
It's got to be a more efficient
Cornell
way of
rushed back to his
calling
village,
that out.
only to find
just
that
kind of a
evil
lycanthrope at
spirits
this
had
point.
set the village on fire engulfing
In a
the
lotus
village
flower
in a
of
lotus
flame.
flower.
So the village is on fire. I think the takeaway, though, is that there are skeletons
His
walking
only
around,
living blood
hitting
relative,
roofs with like
his sister
bones.
Ada.
Yeah,
and
falling
killing
through the
people.
geometry.
What are they
Yeah.
trying
The most interesting
How are they trying to
part.
help the fire? Like, what's
He
that gonna
must
do?
save her.
Bones are the only
Cornell
thing that's left
uses
after
the
fire
man-wolf's
sweeps through a
acute
place. I
sense of
guess.
smell.
Oh yeah, Carrie was in the first one
Right.
too.
She's the
his
magic
sister
user. She
alive.
was, long distance and stuff like that.
Reinhard Schneider. Carrie
Schneider had the whip.
We go
Schneider.
back 8 years in time, before the period.
So you
in
get to
which
choose your
these
character
two
in the beginning?
young
Did I see that right?
warriors risked their lives,
Not only-
battling against the devil.
Devil.
Only
Now,
Cornell to
the
start
truth
with.
that
Okay.
has
Chris
been
Cornell.
shrouded in the
So the
gloom of
devil was
darkness
Dracula, right?
will be revealed.
You
Or was
know,
that skeleton guy we saw?
I think the devil is Dracula. He's synonymous a lot of the time, but there is a character, there's like a demon who sells you stuff in the game. The more you buy from him, like you have to fight him if you spend so much money at this merchant.
The snake man
What is
just
going
rose. He should use his dumb tail to row.
Who's the snake man?
That thing.
The huge guy rowing.
That's not a snake. He's just got a robe.
It's like a maggot.
Come on, I don't know, man.
It was just a dude wearing a robe.
No.
That is one hell of a dude wearing a robe.
Well, otherwise, the rest of his snake body would have to be clipping through that boat.
it can coil on the floor like a snake does
It can
when it
coil
rows a
on the
boat.
floor.
Nice.
You're in the action view now. So.
Yeah.
So make some action happen.
Jeff Cork, anything else in that manual of note?
Hang on, what's going on here?
They're doing like a vampire killer remix. I'm just trying to remember how to pick up weapons.
Tim,
Well-
you know way too much about this music.
Cornell's friend is named Ortega. He's a fellow Beastman soldier and master of the martial arts. He's Cornell's best friend, but also his rival. Ortega is often frustrated because it seems that whatever he does, Cornell does it better.
Can I level with you guys real quick?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Level time.
I could totally see a world where we don't get off this ship.
Yeah?
Just because
Wait. Are you flashing back to your childhood?
I'm flashing back to the last time we played this game.
No.
I think these things come out. Battle view, action view. Okay.
What's
There's
the
a
difference?
door over there.
Is one of them locked to a position? Help me understand what you're.
I'm
going
working
through.
on it. I think that it's just. Okay, it's locked.
Okay.
All right. This is how this game starts. Just to give you a.
They got you in the action view because. Oh man.
Okay, am I locked on? How do I? Is it? That's not how you lock.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. So it seems like there's an auto lock going on. Are you getting up or? Okay.
That was
Oh,
it. Kill
there you
one
go.
squid man.
So yeah,
that makes sense.
The targeting was pretty sloppy. I mean, obviously it was the targeting that was the problem with the last time we played this on replay, and I think that auto targeting is something that they were trying to fix with this go around. I'm sure there's all sorts of options. Is this like a checkpoint? I can't remember what these things are.
Well, let me look in the manual, Tim. Do. It's a white jewel. Allows you to save your progress.
Ooh, there we go. Good memory, Tim. So mast is rotating.
And then I think I can go up here now.
Man, it's like Assassin's Creed 4.
It's
Exactly like
That's actually, Ubisoft was really transparent about how much this game inspired them. Was that a bad guy?
What?
So I have like a distance attack.
That's cool.
Oh, and it turns into like. That was cool, actually.
Huh.
Okay, and then
Oh no.
here's the thing: is
Good
that
luck.
Oh, brother.
the D-pad? So I'm using an N64 controller. The D-pad on the left controls camera, but the analog stick controls movement. So it's really confusing. Why wouldn't we?
So Jeff,
Yes.
am I correct in that intro story? They said he's known as Blue Crescent Moon. That's what people call him.
I believe so, yeah.
So he's not Colonel or Cornell. He's Blue Crescent Moon.
Or was that his sister?
Ada.
Ada.
Wait. So now we're climbing around on ship masts. Because
Look out for the ghost. It's
guess-
coming.
oh no, now we can cross here. Cool. I wonder what we got going on.
Oh, it targeted
Reiner,
it.
I'm assuming you reviewed this game back in the day?
No, I didn't. Paul Anderson did.
Oh, wow.
Rest his soul. He gave it a 5.25 out of 10.
Fantastic choice for a replay.
And the review was 2 sentences.
What did he give it? Do you know what he said?
He just said it was rushed out and really sloppy and horrible controls.
Fantastic.
No, look at this camera angle. Hiya!
What's wrong with this
Wait,
replay?
there was
This is
two
what
of 'em.
people want to see.
This is exactly what we want to see.
Hey, have you ever seen a game called Overblood or Illbleed or I think you're making a pretty false argument here.
I'm not making any argument. I am commenting on what I'm seeing.
This is one of the biggest series in gaming. Mm-hmm. I would say still in the, top 25, top 30?
Top 30.
We'll see.
So how is that something people wouldn't want to see?
No, look, I guarantee people are on the edge of their seats right now to see what's happening in this little bunker.
I'm engaged and Tim's doing a fine job.
Yeah, I'm excited about
You are doing
this.
a good job, Tim. Oh, it's cool. They're beheaded and they keep walking.
Man, this frame rate sucks. This is really rough. This is stuff I didn't really think about when I was a kid.
Oh, it's like a Banjo-Tooie situation?
It's like a Banjo-Tooie situation.
It's a lot like that.
Hey, Jeff Cork, does it
Yeah.
use the expansion pack or does this predate that?
Let's see. It is designed for the N64 expansion pack.
I assume we have it in the Game Informer in 64, but I don't think
I'm
anybody's
assuming
ever
once
checked.
it's in
look.
there, we never would have
Reiner's
taken it out,
checking.
right?
We do.
Yeah. We
Oh,
have
it's
it
in there.
look
Yeah,
at-
look
yeah.
at that.
Bless its red
Didn't
little
even
top.
need to check. I can look at the screen and tell.
Much sharper resolution.
You know, the real test is if you can play Perfect Dark.
Well, you can play
Campaign.
Perfect Dark without it. Yeah, but it's like a weird demo mode. It's really
Right.
bizarre.
I don't know if we've done Perfect Dark on
We
Replay
have
yet.
not.
We did
Also,
GoldenEye.
I would love to do the Game Boy Color version of Perfect Dark because I've never seen that.
Yeah,
maybe
people
we
would be
can
on the
do-
edge of their seats for that. Ben.
Yeah,
Hanson.
something
no.
that we've never
That's
seen.
got-
I'm saying maybe it'd be a King Kong situation. If we did Perfect Dark, then we could follow it up with the weird Game Boy version. That
I like that line of thinking. I'm still mad at you for ripping on my choice here.
Oh,
I
no,
think-
Reiner, I love it. Reiner,
Reiner,
I love
it's-
you all.
It's a great choice, Reiner.
Thanks, Tim.
Oh,
Jeff Cork, what are you holding there?
Crab.
holding my breath. Holy cow, he was looking up. It was a big fake out.
Oh, sorry, wrong ship.
I don't think we've been on a boat in Replay that didn't end this way, with something puncturing it or like moving it off to its side.
There's
That's
a
really
specific game that's coming to mind. What was that weird?
It was that RPG.
Yeah,
that
it's a PlayStation game. I think.
we,
Orphan.
Orphan.
That sounds.
We'll
right.
change that in roulette. We'll find a ship that does not sink.
Okay. I would love it.
And we'll spend most of our time on that damn ship.
all right. Sounds good.
Except Hanson overboard.
Now there's a
done.
leader. I'll
Yeah.
follow you.
This is exciting. Look at
Yeah.
this.
Music's picking up.
Oh,
You get to fight a lantern.
oh, hold on. Hey guys, quiet. Hold on.
Look out for the ghost. Tim.
Okay. Hold
Kind of a freaky looking ghost for N64. I'll give it up for that.
It looked like one of those things you made around
Yeah.
Halloween where you take a Tootsie Pop and
Yeah.
you put some, like a napkin around it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh!
and you put it in your mouth.
Or a little
Big
bit like in
time.
Beetlejuice when they open that door and they see the ghost flying around and it's the scariest moment in recorded history.
Sure.
There we
Just like
go.
You know, I do get tweets and emails from people asking for a super replay of Castlevania 64.
Really?
I think that it would be so rough, but I will play it in a heartbeat. Please do not question that. I've been wanting to go back to it for a while, and then here we are.
Do you think you finished these, Tim? Do you remember?
All of them. Yeah, multiple times.
You've beaten every
Yeah,
Castlevania game.
I unlocked all of them. I've beaten most Castlevania games, but these ones, I beat all the modes that were available in this.
You were going through like the Game Boy releases and stuff like that. Like
Game
what?
Boy games, they're pretty solid game. Like Castlevania: The Adventure for Game Boy, Belmont's Revenge is pretty solid.
It was like Kid Dracula or something.
Kid Dracula is really fun.
And these
That's
are the
a
ones
great
that those are the ones that predate Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, that's like definitely the way to look at it. Like this was like the 3D games are sort of an offshoot, and then there was the Symphony era and those handhelds that came after it, and then the pre-Symphony era, which was like Dracula X, Rondo of Blood, Castlevania Bloodlines, Super Castlevania 4, that stuff.
So I'm looking at the cast in this game on the Castlevania wiki, and there's an imposter Dracula used to mislead intruders.
He just hangs out in the entryway.
They sent him to malls.
Look
for
at him, Hanson. He's got
autographs
a
and-
blue face opposed to his typical face. Like, how are you gonna not know that's him? Like the Smurf version of him.
Well, he's always in the shadows. I guess he can really pull it
No,
off.
that's true. That's true.
I just want to see. Oh,
He could pull his cape around him.
cool.
His
Like,
cloak.
I got that.
So inside the box, there is a little postcard that you could fill out and send to Konami and register to get a reward. And it asks questions like, who purchased the game?
Oh boy!
Look at this!
Lick his
Molly.
face! Oh my god! I think that's the guy that was rowing your boat.
This is some super classic music too. This is
Whoa!
This is like the Hydra God of War.
This is amazing.
where are you going? Are we done?
Just keep jumping, Tim.
No, he's got the little boss meter on the bottom.
Oh man!
Tim, we gotta play this all the way through.
No, what is this goo?
Dragon booger!
Dragon boogers.
Don't eat him! He's my
not-
friend.
He just wants to kind of breathe on him for a while. That's his only goal when he's picking him up like that. Oh, boy.
I like this game. Oh, crap.
That is a weird angle to cut to. Oh, there we go. Oh, cool. Not bad. I was
So
going to say
Tim-
this game started out slow on that boat. But
Come on, Hanson.
No, this is
the
impressive.
boat was sinking. There's nothing slow about it.
All right, you got me.
Tim, the first Castlevania 64, you didn't have a projectile, right?
I mean, if you were Carrie, you did. Reinhardt did not have those.
He just had his chain and
He had
whip,
a
right?
whip, and then he would get like the axes, those secondary projectiles as well. Hold
Is this just a little green monkey?
on, I want to try my swipe attack. Come on, let's go. Yikes!
Tim, pop quiz.
Boy.
What is the strangest enemy in a Castlevania game? Is there one that's more out of place than a green monkey jumping on a bridge?
Floating,
You know-
floating Medusa head.
I would actually argue I really like this enemy. It's it's like the old man from Symphony. That's like this old man with a cane and a robe. If you attack him or you get near him, he just like turns into like this kung fu master. I like that. Otherwise, really strange enemies. That's a good
I
question.
mean, the Medusa head is a decapitated Medusa, right?
Right, and there's tons of them, which are cool, but that fits with like the whole mythology and drawing from different like like literature, like famous literature, like mythology and
Right, but she's
Perseus and the
decapitated.
Medusa heads.
I know, but she's
Forget that.
decapitated
Yeah.
and her head's still living somehow.
yeah. I
It's
mean,
like Harry Potter ghosts flying around or something.
now you really have me thinking about. Where else are really cool enemies are the nods to Wizard Vaz in
What?
the library of Symphony of the Night. There's a Tin Man who's like this weird like robot axe killer thing. There's
that
a
sounds awesome.
scarecrow that's popping around like on a basically on like a pogo stick, and there's lion and stuff like that.
This looks really familiar. This is Castlevania 64, from what I recall.
It's going to lead into that main approach that we
Root.
remember.
Very helpful.
Exactly, yeah.
So yeah, this is going to bleed in with what we remember from that one replay where we couldn't get past any of this.
Oh my god.
I remember we have to kill this thing. That blows up.
According to the wiki, they improved the controls, camera, and frame rate.
Oh, this is totally in Castlevania 64.
Excuse me, sir.
So this is improved frame rate.
Hey, I guess so.
Okay.
Maybe one extra frame?
So this is what happened to that monkey in Strider. That big robot. Move over here. Good day.
This is the one. If it is super close to Castlevania 64, we'll know, depending on whether or not he jumps off that ledge at the end, like after I do enough damage. And he has like a really obvious AoE attack. You have to tap into some Dark Souls skills here.
When you ran at the screen, I totally saw Dante from Devil May Cry.
Oh, I like this music. Just the weird piano.
Ooh, what's that? The cross. Is that a power-up then?
It's another secondary weapon, just like from Castlevania 1.
Hold it up, he'll be scared of it.
But I don't have much in the way of the crystals that you need to fire those secondary weapons. Those are like pickups.
Sure. He seems not too concerned with you. He's so big, just fight the little guy yourself. You don't have to summon your little dweebs out here.
Again, as a note, I am playing this on easy, which I want to make sure if we ever do try to like play more of this game for Super Play, God forbid, that they don't try to take out any content from the difficulty drop.
Right.
What does that do?
Yeah, so for people to know, we are looking for our December 31st Super Replay still.
We're on the hunt, okay.
So this is potentially a candidate, and we weigh a lot of what you say in the comments and in the replay community, what we end up
Do you
picking,
feel like
because
that-
it's basically for you guys.
It's true. Do you feel like at a certain point, every replay is just a candidate for that December 31st replay?
No.
And that's just a
No.
year-long crusade trying to find
That's a
that
stretch.
one? Okay.
I think I say it maybe once out of every 100 episodes.
Perfect.
Really? You think so?
I mean, if this is episode, 720?
Andrew Reiner.
I've probably said it 7 times in the past.
Can I save yet? I can't remember. Is it because I don't have a memory pack in here?
Could be.
It probably is the case. Well, we'll just have to start
I'm
it
not
over
saying.
if we want to do a replay. Hopefully that I don't have to start all the way over if I die.
Jeff Cork, you're still holding that card.
I'm still holding that card. The boss
yeah,
cut you
yeah,
off
yeah.
so rudely interrupted.
Sorry.
Well, was it your fault? It's not your fault. So anyway, it asked questions like, who purchased the game? Was it mom, dad, game player, grandparent?
player.
I mean, self, I'm assuming, friend or other. Who plays the game? Brother, sister, dad, mom. And then the best, what are your favorite hobbies?
What?
Their favorite choices, their choices you have are team sports, skateboarding,
Okay.
rollerblading,
Very specific.
arcade gameplay, and the fifth option, collecting.
That's it.
That's it. That's all you can do. When
Is
you're,
there a none of the above option?
We were
No.
a very simple
There's not even-
species back
there-
in the 90s.
There's not an other. Like, you have a world of possibilities when it comes to who bought the game, but not as far as like what you do when you're not playing the game.
I just collect roller skates,
Yeah.
but I never use them.
Is this weird ape going to attack me when I do this?
Got this, Tim.
Remember, there's a creepy ape. Please don't attack me.
Man, I'm loving this.
He's really tough. Don't attack me.
Oh, classic gate sound.
I love it.
Gate sound 101.
Yeah. Stock gate. Oh, I hear him. Oh, crap.
There he is. Oh, wow.
Oh, yes.
That was a Dark Souls type.
Will that guy
move right
knock
there.
you off the edge too? Is that what happened?
Who needs to look at
Well, I am playing on easy, so.
That's okay.
Oh,
Look at him.
Who's playing on easy now? Oh, no, he's gone.
who's playing on easy now?
Power up.
So here's something that's kind of weird. You know that sack of money with the dollar sign on it?
Yeah.
So back in 1991,
Oh,
Let's hear
a
it.
band called Teenage Fan Club released an album called Bandwagon-esque, and it had that on its album cover, and they had to, like, their record label had to pay a bunch of money to Gene Simmons of Kiss, because apparently Gene Simmons has that trademarked.
What?
That particular, like,
has anybody told the producers of DuckTales?
or like
Any cartoon.
Rich Uncle Pennybags in Monopoly, maybe?
Yeah. We should send this replay to Gene
It
Simmons.
seems like a really predatory thing to do.
Well, I think it's
Kind of a
finally
dick move.
It's finally time we get Gene Simmons on replay.
It's about time to defend himself.
Play Kiss Psycho Circus or whatever that game was.
we already did.
Well, we'll have to dust it off again, Mr. Simmons.
Wait, did he have it on an album cover of Kiss? Or
No, I don't think so.
oh, he just saw the kite right there and he just wanted to lick it up.
He just wanted to lick
Whoa,
it up.
whoa,
Exactly.
whoa. All right.
That was pretty good, Hanson.
No, it wasn't. Thank you, though.
I liked it.
Hidden footholds appear. Oh, that was supposed
Why would you want to do that? That sounds like
Let's
a
keep them
terrible
hidden.
idea.
They're supposed to be hidden.
Is there a description written on that lever?
Yeah.
Is this,
Okay, you pulled it, right? Look down.
Let me. I'm gonna try.
Oh dear.
Oh, first person view?
Battle view. I should be
that's
switching
right.
to Battle View when we. I'm actually thinking of buying a townhome in Battle View.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's definitely nice this time of
It
year.
is.
The fog really makes it so you can't see your neighbors.
Light
Frame rate's
rain.
horrible.
It is rough. Okay. What footholds?
Maybe those ones, maybe you could jump to them?
Oh, hold on. Oh.
Yeah, and going back to your way earlier point, Reiner, Cornwall is known-
Cornwall.
Cornwall. They've got a really
Cornwall.
weird font in my defense, and I'm not a good reader.
But anyway,
Cornfall is also known as Blue Crescent Moon, so it is him. The best name ever, I suppose.
I'd like that name.
Finally, what is going on?
Have you tried playing IQ on those blocks? Intelligent Cube? There might be a...
Oh yes.
Okay,
That was the
great.
first thing I thought of. So we
Oh,
missed some switch.
boy.
This is giving me flashbacks. This was a hang up on the original replay.
Yeah.
If
That's where
only
you
we
died
would
a
watch
bunch.
our own replays.
And if you look at the clock, it's almost 11 o'clock in the corner there.
That means something.
It does.
Oh, you're going to turn into a werewolf.
As they say, ow. Oh, nicely done.
Don't die. You're a half hour away from turning into a blue werewolf.
Crud.
So we're on the hunt for footholds?
We're on the hunt. We're after you.
Footholds.
Smell like a sound.
Is this the way you came?
Konami's going down. Yeah, because I don't know. There's no place to go, right?
Well, there was the other side
But
over there.
to what end? Look at.
Oh,
Excuse me.
hey, first person.
Yeah.
now
Where am I going?
midnight.
I think honestly, there's supposed to be things that appear down there. Can I just drop
Is it midnight or noon?
noon night?
Cork, you're the worst narrator for a horror film of all time.
Why is that?
It's now midnight.
Look out.
Hi-ya.
Well,
All right, I'm trying out Battle View.
so what's the difference?
Oh,
Looks like the
well,
camera
look at it.
is not. Yeah.
Take a look at this. Oh, he's dead. Oh, sorry.
Speaking of horror, Hanson,
Oh.
as much as I hate you right now,
Aw.
I really loved yours and Cork's Twilight Zone podcast.
Still going strong.
Yeah, but you just did your kind of end of the season.
Yeah, the
award
Franklins
show?
for
Yeah, it was
season
great.
4. Thank you. What a time to plug. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cork and I do a podcast where we talk about each and every episode of the Twilight Zone.
Yep.
We're coming up on the end.
Yeah, we just started and recorded our
Season 5.
season 5 opener.
It's a humdinger.
Yeah.
You can find those on Game Informer's site on, is it Jeff Cork's blog?
We
Or
alternate.
Ben Hanson.
Yeah, we alternate
right.
hosting and posting the blogs.
Oh, Tim. Yeah, look down there. Oh.
I mean, am I gonna die?
yeah.
Everyone's going to die, Tim.
Yeah, so
That's too far to jump, dude.
It's gotta be, right?
Yeah.
So you do take fall damage in this?
I think.
I would imagine, yeah.
Blue Crescent Moon himself?
Look at those.
Yeah,
You know
is there
what?
something right
Did I
there?
hit all the?
Probably not.
Let's just check them. Do they go in and out? I hope they don't.
What about to your left?
Ice ring balls. Okay, let's just try it. I hit it. Let's just go see what changes. This is how we'd play it if we were taking it super
Whoa.
serious. So
Nothing. Oh.
Is
nothing.
that the same?
that's fine. It didn't change that.
What about to your left over there?
That is the other one, and then
And then what is to your right and a straight across?
a weird little zombie pit that doesn't go anywhere. Let's just take a look.
Let me provide clarification as to what the 3 camera modes are.
Thanks.
Action view is the best perspective to use when executing action.
Okay, good.
Battle view is the best perspective to use when fighting enemies. And auto view automatically switches the camera angle to suit your current situation.
That's a no-go, Tim.
All right, so let's take a look at that, and then I'll hit this switch, and then we're gonna see what the heck happens.
It's getting nuts.
Hold on. We're gonna go back here. We're being meticulous. All right.
It's easy.
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 Canal. Cool it. Okay.
Blah.
Nothing.
I mean, it's still just those down there. We didn't miss anything down there, did we?
Like a hidden cave?
No. All right. Well,
I
we
don't think so.
just hit that other one. So let's just see if it opened up anything over here, and then from there, maybe we can try taking a death-defying leap.
That sounds pretty good.
I don't know about that.
So, from what we know of
Nothing.
werewolf and vampire lore, they are mortal enemies, right?
Werewolf and vampires.
Yeah, Tim can speak the most to that.
So, specifically,
Cornwall!
it's
Playing
the
this-
world's littlest violin.
Thank you, Cork.
So, what happens, Tim, when a vampire bites a werewolf? Does he have both powers? Or is it like in the Elder Scrolls games, it's like one or the other?
It's exactly like Elder Scrolls because Bethesda created those things.
Okay.
They created both werewolves and vampires. We know that.
Todd Howard's really old.
Yeah.
Yeah, he also wrote Twilight.
Todd Howard. Pretty good. That's what they call it.
Howlin' Mad Howard.
So we learned something today, which is that unless you have the memory pack in there, the controller pack, I think that was what it was called, you gotta recoup a little bit of your progress. But that was the time. That was the style of the time. Mm-hmm. So go back down the route.
Look, it's like 1 o'clock almost.
Yeah. The nice
Bright
thing,
and sunny day.
Why is he a werewolf?
because probably something happened when I died. But one thing that we can do now that we're kind of retreading our progress, and I'm going to kill this guy way faster now.
Yeah.
We can kind of figure out what I did wrong.
There you go.
Like,
Thread the
look
needle.
out! Didn't even hurt me.
Show your monkey butt.
Boss view.
So, Tim, I have never, ever played a Castlevania game.
You didn't play Symphony?
Nope.
You didn't play Castlevania?
Nope. I mean, I've dabbled in, specifically, I guess, the original.
So you
That
played.
means you played it.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I picked it up, I think, for maybe 5 minutes.
So you played it.
Okay, really, though. I mean, everyone always talks about Symphony of the Night. That's clearly the one to go to if you want to get a good entry in the
If you'd like to
series.
play more Castlevania, yes.
Okay.
Symphony is the best Castlevania game.
But there's like re-releases and stuff too. So what is the best method to play Castlevania
Symphony of the
now?
Night.
I know, but like which version?
Just play that game.
Yeah, Symphony of the Night. Just play it.
I know, but like there's an XBLA re-release. There's you can,
Yeah, play that. Fine.
Yeah, you got an Xbox 360.
They didn't
play it.
butcher that or anything.
No, unless you have
nice.
a Vita, like, I wouldn't say that there's a better way to play it.
Okay, so I still have my PS2 lying around. It'd be worth playing the PS1 version for any reason.
Well, I answered your question. No, there's really not. I mean,
Okay.
you have your Xbox hooked up, right? Unless you get that, I know that you appreciate playing old games on old systems.
Yeah, I
on-
have my
on old
SD TV
TVs,
set up in my bedroom.
But,
I'm a nerd.
and I would recommend that if there wasn't this totally fine XBLA version that you didn't have to dust off memory cards for and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, this is clearly a priority for you, Ben. So
Is money?
Whatever's most convenient.
I
You
have
need
been
to do
talking
this
about getting back to Symphony of the
immediately.
Night at some point.
What are you
yeah.
playing right now, Hanson?
Oh Christ, that's a good question. Nothing too meaty. I still always have Dark Souls in the back of my mind. Like, at some point I should get back.
You're
to
gonna
that.
That's
hate
not
it.
what you're playing, though. What
That
are you
is
playing?
so not a
Having
Ben
something in
Hanson
the back of your mind is different from actually playing something.
Do I have to interview someone else
Age
like
of-
Jeff Cork to find out
Yeah.
what you're playing?
Yeah, well, top
Age of Myth-
secret research crap. is
Age of
basically
Mythology,
what it
right?
comes down to. Oh, and Age of
Oh,
Mythology, I
okay.
suppose. It was re-released on Steam, so I've been playing a lot of that.
That's a smart answer, Hanson.
Okay, thank you.
Top secret research crap. Okay, we all know what that means.
Thank you.
Hanson redeemed.
As Ben Hanson goes on all sorts of cover trips and all that stuff
There we go.
at all times. 12 a year.
Yeah, basically.
And you haven't missed a cover story in how long?
Well, there were 3 cover story trips I didn't go on. I didn't go on the Mario, Zelda, or GTA 5 cover story trip because they would not allow video. Believe it or not.
There was not. Yeah, they didn't have any video options ready.
Right. So, yeah, those are the 3 that I haven't gone on. But other than that, I think it's up to like 37, 38, something like that. It's kind of fun.
And I still think you're the worst, but your videos are fantastic.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I really
Thank
like
you,
your
Reiner.
company retrospectives, like the developer retrospectives.
They hand them over to him mostly finished. Just so you know. He just puts the voiceover on.
Reiner, what do you like about Jeff Cork?
Oh gosh, where could I start? That's my Reiner impersonation.
Let's start
Does
with
that sound
his
pretty good?
exterior before we get to the
Oh,
interior.
come on.
That beard,
Yeah.
the hat, everything
Yep.
about him. His smile.
Oh,
He's
jeez.
just such a great guy.
Oh, this old buddy?
Yeah, come on.
Do we make progress?
No, actually, I died again while you guys weren't looking.
You have to fight the 3 apes.
Important thing to note that this is Castlevania. I mean, these are the Nintendo 64 Castlevania games. This is how they go. They're hard, and even on easy, there's easy 3D, like shoddy 3D platforming mistakes around every corner. Even stuff that went fine the first time can just fall apart the next.
From what you remember, Tim, would you rather play this one or Castlevania 64 if you had to?
I mean, I think I would rather just play Castlevania 64 for like purity's sake. But this game apparently made changes for the better, I guess. I don't know. If you're gonna play the stinker, play the stinker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
You've always said.
And would you say this is the worst? The 64 games are the worst in the series, or is there another one that you think's, on PlayStation 2 or anything like that that's worse?
Ah, gosh, it's hard to get much worse than this. I mean, I don't know. I really didn't like. I think it was Castlevania Legends. Is that the one where you play Sophia Belmont on the original Game Boy? That one wasn't great.
Did you play that weird fighting game on Wii?
Judgment. I have not touched Judgment. We should do that for another replay sometime.
Yeah, that sounds like a great episode.
So, and I know that the music's great. I've listened to the soundtrack, which is really great remixes of like super classic Castlevania songs. Other than that, I've played. I don't know. On the website, if you go to what is it, like ranking the Castlevania Bloodline, I ranked like the 25 Castlevania games I've played. Jesus Christ!
Tim, we're cutting you off.
This is just deja vu.
We saw the violin.
But you know
it's
what?
over.
I don't feel bad because this game's hard and unforgiving, and this is how the Super Replay would go. So keep that in mind, everybody watching this. But I'll happily play through all of it.
All right, let's move on to a boat that won't sink. All right, you can't sink a flying ship, right?
Look at this.
Well, I guess you
Reiner.
could sink it even more.
It's a good counterattack.
Sink it into the ground.
Well, look,
I
got a
haven't-
flying ship.
I've never played this game, but I bet you anything that we crash into Dracula's castle.
These 2 games really go together.
Skies of Arcadia is awesome, developed by Overworks for Sega on the Dreamcast. We're actually playing it on the Dreamcast. It came to, what was it, GameCube later?
GameCube.
Yeah, with Skies of Arcadia Legends.
Which is kind of a remastered version.
They added a character or 2.
Yeah, I think so. And man, I enjoyed the hell out of this game. It was such a breath of fresh air at the time, kind of getting away from your typical fantasy setting and taken to the skies, very much like D&D's Spelljammer to a degree.
It's like doubling down on airships in Final Fantasy. Is what it
Yeah, you
feels
like
to me.
airships? Here's all the airships you can handle. Yeah.
Thank you, airship salesman.
One of the cool things they had was just instant restart on bosses, which was so unique at the time.
Really?
Yeah, like it was... usually you went back to like the checkpoint crystal or something like that, or
Yeah.
you had to redo an entire dungeon. go back to the town and go back. But this one, it would just, you die in a boss and then you'd start there again and get another shot at it.
Did that like make you take them less seriously or anything? Or
No, not at all. It was just like, it was one of those first checkpoints that you really had in the game where it was like, that's really nice of them. What was that?
That was the.
I do not remember that.
That was a little buddy that you would feed the gems to.
Oh,
he
the
was on
chow.
your VMU.
Yeah.
And he would turn into like a shovel and all kinds of different things.
There they are. What's his name? Van?
I think it's Van,
Vaughn?
yeah, which is confusing because it's also Final Fantasy XII's protagonist, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Van.
And this came out November 13th, 2000.
Still looks good.
GameCube was 3 years later, January 27th,
The
2003.
GameCube one kind of softened the blow of all the random encounters because that was the big criticism of the original version.
how did it do that?
Right.
I think it made it so you didn't. It reduced the frequency of them, if I'm not mistaken, because it was some dungeons would be like every other step you're running into another battle, and battles would take a minute and a half or so, even if you're fighting super weak enemies.
Look, another tie-in. Full Moon.
What else do you need? Spooky stuff happening. I picked this up. So I played through this with a friend of mine. A friend of mine owned it. I didn't have a Dreamcast back in the day, but it was one of those things where I'd always go over to his house and watch him play through it. And then I just picked it up like a year ago just to start it out, the GameCube version. And it starts out strong. It was amazing because I started this the exact same time I started Final Fantasy 13-2.
What movie is this like?
Star Wars.
It's just 100% Star Wars. Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
Oh, sorry, but comparing the opening of Final Fantasy 13-2, where they're just going for this bombastic, crazy action sequence with lightning, where just nothing is digestible. It's just pure nonsense and flash. With this, where it just starts you out on a solid adventure. It's just incomparable.
You started it after 13-2?
Yeah, it was like I started at the exact same time. I brought those two games home the same night and just had like a weird JRPG weekend.
And this one stuck with you a little
Yeah,
more?
absolutely, for sure, yeah.
You think that's just because you grew up playing these kinds of games, or...
Probably, but just, it's just in terms of having a digestible intro, one that'll get you excited for the adventure you're about to go on,
Right.
instead of 13-2, where it's just, I didn't
It's
play
just
13,
flash.
so it's weird to jump in a little bit, but
13-2 is kind of garbage.
yeah, you started, dude, you played the entire thing,
I
didn't
beat
you?
it. Yeah, that game sucks.
Instead of watching Game of Thrones, I recall. That's very
I
frustrating.
should probably take those hours back.
I just looked it up. His name is Vice.
Vice, that's what it is. Okay.
V-Y-S-E.
There we go.
Or Vis.
Could be.
Yeah, or Vice Captain.
No, not that.
It is confusing. His main character's name is Vice, and then this is Vice Captain here right
He's
out of the gate.
Playable in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transformed also.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Does he have a little ship car?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got a little ship car.
That's
He's
pretty
one of the
cute.
first unlockables. That game's really fun.
It's a great game.
And this game back in the day in Game Informer got a 9.
Wow.
We really loved it.
There we go.
Reminds me of Mega Man Legends.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's how you open up your helmet.
I really want to tip that down onto his head.
You think if he's typing, he'd just take his gloves off, but what do I know?
Yeah, here we go!
Let's go, pirates.
I remember this game having the longest ladders in the world.
In the main town, there's a ladder that's gigantic. Yeah, it rivals Metal Gear Solid 3.
How many times does it play Snake Eater?
It loops twice. Yeah.
Okay. Gets the Japanese version in there. I don't know if there's a Japanese version.
Remember the crazy ship battles? Where
Yeah.
it's like that weird grid and you have to...
Cinematic, a lot of like swooping around.
It's a
and
really cool
getting
idea,
in
yeah.
position, yeah.
Didn't gather that there was two separate ships going on here until just now.
All right. Wow, we jump right into combat. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, piece of cake.
I'm playing the game, by the way, everyone, so this should go smoothly.
Excited to see
No
it.
offense, Tim.
That's okay. I
Just
need
first
to,
Reiner, that's my name.
I need to recoup.
Reiner, is there any chance we'd ever do a game like this for a Super Replay?
Funny you mentioned that.
Just grind out something like this?
Not that we're going to do it, but Jeff Cork, before we recorded, said that if there was no limitations on the showdown, this would have been his pick.
If we
And-
could spend 30, 40 episodes on it.
I think
yeah,
it would probably be a good 40, 45 episodes. Maybe even more than that. And, you run around in villages like you normally do in games, but you also have an airship pretty early on in this, which is cool. You spend a lot of time on it.
Yep, lots of cool upgrades. You have a special pirate hideout that you upgrade as well.
Cork, you don't really strike me as a big JRPG guy. You don't really strike me as a big RPG
No,
guy.
this
in
is
general.
one of the exceptions to
Okay.
that.
And it's just 'cause-
I really like this.
But you were a
lot.
huge Dreamcast fan.
Yeah.
You think it's
absolutely.
just crossover there? It's like this really shoved this game down your throat, and so you learned to love it, or you think this game just stands out that much?
No,
above
I just
all
really
other
like the
RPGs?
setting and the characters, and yeah, it's air piracy is really sounds fun, and it just seems like all the characters are having a good time in it. So
Is the
except for
wild
the bad guys because they're always dying.
is the wild blue yonder the sky, or is that the ocean?
I'm sure they carried over and refer to it in the sky here.
But that is the ocean.
Yes.
Yes, typically.
So do they just
Yeah.
like run up to enemies and stand there until they're killed, and you make them go attack someone else?
Yeah, you don't control them, but
So-
they just run around the battlefield.
Yeah.
Does that have any real bearing in battle? Like
It does, I
positioning?
believe, for like splash damage stuff
AoE.
like that. Like area attacks. I think.
I remember her big move is called Alpha Storm, and every time she uses it, she says, "Back off, Alpha Storm." I remember hearing that 1,000 times.
You do a really good her.
Thank you so much.
Very cinematic, but they did cut corners on this. I remember there were some cinematics that were just like still images with text
Oh,
for like
really?
big moments in the game.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Oh, it's her father and captain.
Best monocle in video games, or is that snakes?
Ooh. Is that
I think the monocle for Vice really works
I
out
think the
here.
penguin's glass bottle shard is pretty
The
good.
Coca-Cola bottle.
Yeah.
I do like how he holds his sword, that kind of like weird backwards way. Makes it much cooler.
Dr. Fetus's monocle in Super Meat Boy is pretty good too.
Top 10 monocles.
Yeah.
There
It's
we
coming.
go. Right into it. Both start on a ship. This is great.
It's finally Sacri Crystal #1.
I'm gonna go through this metal door.
Ooh, no load. I thought there was gonna be a load for sure.
No load, baby. This is Dreamcast. This is next gen.
And the cool thing about the flying is it's not your typical like overworld isometric view like you see in the Final Fantasies. It's from this kind of third-person perspective.
That's cool.
Very, I don't know, Colony Wars, X-Wing X, or Rogue Squadron-esque.
Sure. Oh, Alfonso.
Oh God, he's such a dick.
And I wish I could remember her name.
They should re-release this.
Yeah, surprised they didn't
With
make an
voice
HD
work.
version. You'd want voice work?
Yeah, Nolan North.
Just get them all in there. Just get Nolan North. You can do everybody. That'll be great. You can do that dumb whale that Drachma's always trying to hunt down.
It looks like Joffrey. That's not just me saying that because I've been watching Game of Thrones a lot, but I think it kind of looks like Joffrey.
Yeah, we can go with that. Any douchey blonde guy typically
That's
fills
in
that
power.
role. Yeah.
That doesn't seem like something that would be a huge cost, is adding voice work, right?
Do you want
when
it
you-
done or you want it done well?
And then you add in localization.
I don't know, but like trying to time it out, it depends on like
Oof.
if you have to page through everything.
And how much
Well, you'd have the
how much
script.
content there is in this, like how many lines there are, just depending on what NPCs you talk to. And
I know,
stuff.
but it seems like it'd be cheaper than having, hiring like 5 to 10, maybe 20 voice actors opposed to like a whole development team to like redo the graphics, right?
yeah, I don't know. I think I would prefer if they made an HD version of this game to have it not have voice acting. I think that's too big of a shift.
And think about the time, like if this came out shortly after, when it launched or around there, Final Fantasy 8 and 9, those were both big Final Fantasy games. None of them had voice acting in it. It wasn't really until 10, right? That like it
Right.
was, hey, voice acting in RPGs is amazing. So they could get away with it.
Yeah, for sure. Cork, we both have Vice's swords up on our desks.
We really do.
You do?
Yeah,
wooden.
with those little wooden ones.
Yeah.
That was up
Really?
our monitors.
When,
Yeah.
when does he use a wooden sword?
Oh, that's later on.
Really? You lose it? Oh.
No.
I
but
don't think
it's
Sega
just-
wanted to send away promo metal swords.
Not like Rockstar with their brass knuckles.
Brass knuckles, yeah. In retrospect, that was really a great idea.
Look at the map, Tim.
I liked it. That is a nice map.
Yeah, look how it fills in.
Good looking.
Oh,
map.
that's always pretty satisfying. It's a good encouragement for exploration there.
Yeah.
Cork,
Yes.
the first gaming website that you wrote for was this Dreamcast one.
Yes.
I want to know what it's like to work on a website that only focuses on one console like that.
Wrote a lot about the Dreamcast.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. That basically was it.
But you still found time to play on other consoles, or was it just really demanding?
I spent most of the time on Dreamcast, yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. You just loved it that much? Mm-hmm. And so you just became a natural fan of the Dreamcast, and then you found this site that was dedicated only to Dreamcast stuff, and you dove into that?
Yep.
Wow.
That's how it went down.
Do you think you know the Dreamcast library better than any other console's library?
Oh boy, I know a lot of GameCube stuff too.
Okay.
I like that console a lot too.
Or you didn't work for a GameCube site?
No.
Okay.
Actually, our old editor-in-chief of GameInformer.com, Billy Berghammer, ran his own, what was it, Planet GameCube?
Planet GameCube, yeah.
His own
Yeah.
GameCube website. So we had Jeff and Billy, both from Dreamcast and Nintendo.
He was a
sites.
big Twin Snakes fan, right? It's all coming together.
This is so great. This is still fun.
It's a great game. I like the little simple RPG mechanic. It's fun.
Yeah, it's good music too. This actually seems like something that would be really cool to go back to for that classic JRPG feeling, but in like kind of a new environment. Yeah, I know what to expect from going back to like Final Fantasy IX, but
Right.
it's just a twist on it.
Yeah,
She's
plus
so happy.
everybody's got a Wii lying around. Just buy the GameCube version, go back and play this for
That's the
sure.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how much the GameCube version.
Yeah, it might be one of those
for.
rare ones. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's a good point.
They don't look very happy about leveling up.
No, they don't really care for it.
It's all business.
I guess I don't know what it feels like to level up. I don't know if it's like this concrete step within yourself that you have to make.
But think about it. You'd be seeing those faces when you were like adjusting their equipment and seeing their statuses and like choosing out who's going to go to battle. And you want them to look mean, not happy.
Confident.
These
Yeah, you're right.
stores, you know.
Looks like, okay, there's some new treasure
loot.
chest.
But I'm going to get attacked. I hate that feeling.
It blew my mind when I realized that in most RPGs, if you just don't walk, you won't get attacked. Because I assumed it was like a time thing. But then when somebody told me like, oh no, it's just whenever you walk. That's what makes it count down.
Okay, I saw nothing upstairs. Did you guys?
I didn't. I always wondered if it was like, if you stood still though, if it was like this invisible timer that as soon as you started walking again, like the moment you started walking,
Right.
it would have built up. And
I'm
you
going to have
would
to see
get
the
attacked.
numbers behind the system here.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't miss is invisible encounters.
Yeah, this had
I
like a-
like seeing enemies.
Yeah, this had an Earthbound type. See it on the map, and you could get them from behind and get like an ambush and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's one thing they could add to the HD
Yep.
one, along with the voice actors, Nolan North and Nolan North. I like the character designs. I like the art style.
She has like a Misty meets Penelo from Final Fantasy 12.
Yeah, definitely.
Look at the boomerang. I think Penelo had a boomerang as well.
He's pretty unique in character design. And Kyle Hilliard, just on GameInformer.com, a couple weeks ago, posted a first for figures. They're making a statue of Vice.
Yeah, I saw that.
That you
It's
can
like
buy. It looks awesome.
$300 or
Yeah.
something.
I'll
Be
take
nice to be
3.
rich.
I still haven't bought like a super nice figure like that. I've always wanted to. It's just hard for me to justify.
We're kind of spoiled too because in the Game Informer office, those things are just
They're
lying
all
around
around.
everywhere.
There's cool ones around, but I mean, even like you go back to Jeff Ackervick, he has like, Shadow Link on his desk and all these really awesome ones. And
One of our graphic designers. We
yeah,
should point
thank you.
out.
Yeah, he's a graphic designer here, and he's got great stuff there. It makes me want one.
You want the Metal Gear Rex, don't you?
The Rex would be so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Some of those statues just kind of move all around the office at any given time.
Mm-hmm.
Our Spike VGAs are all over the place.
Yeah, I didn't even know that we had those until a couple weeks ago. It's very confusing.
Yep, fan favorite.
I have
video
this-
game magazine.
the Sonic 20th anniversary statue at my desk, which is pretty cool looking statue.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, magic drops.
I would like
what's
to
that?
see the color of the outside world and not just these flashing lights anymore.
I'm sorry, Hanson.
The outside.
Here you go. Ask and you'll
Oh,
receive.
my gosh.
Oh, big old ladder.
Ladder number 1, boys. Oh, the sun looks great here. I remember this. This is going to look awesome.
Get on the ladder.
I'm so bracing myself.
There he
for
goes.
that. I thought you were going back in that door for sure.
Look at that.
A little lens
lens
flare.
flare.
Lens flare.
Coming from
Yeah.
where exactly?
The sun's somewhere over there. It's not important.
Okay.
That wasn't too bad of a ladder.
No.
No.
He was very cautious on it, though. I like that.
That was cool. That was a necessary bit of fresh air from all that metal and red and
Well, guess what, Tim?
alarms. What?
We're back in it.
Yeah.
Oh, no!
Look at this.
I thought they were going back in it for sure.
Transformers. Devices, enemies.
Alfonso.
I'm Alfonso. You shouldn't have turned around.
So top heavy.
He reminds me of like Dark Helmet from Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Lone Star. I thought they were going to make a sequel. I thought Mel Brooks was going to make a sequel to that.
Like the
Was it
Search
just
for
a
More
cartoon
Money
or
or
something?
something?
Yeah.
Oh, that was just like a I think that was like a meta joke, right?
No, I think they actually like last year released like some kind of sequel.
Mel
Like a
Brooks is getting
cartoon?
up there, man. Would you want him to come back and direct it?
Why not?
Only if he's yogurt.
Okay. He's as old as Yoda at this point.
Oh.
Story moves along at a pretty good pace this game, I remember. I remember some of the flying battles would drag on. There was a lot of it.
Yeah.
Because that was random encounter as well.
Yes.
This guy's a jerk, right?
Yeah, he's
Big
terrible.
time.
I keep looking for a second analog stick on the Dreamcast here, and it's just not there. It feels like there's something missing.
Like a phantom limb.
Boy.
Here we go.
Rhinosobot.
Can I have some coffee?
Really?
I just want some coffee. Where's your pot?
Oh, he gets upset. Don't talk to him.
Oh, you
before-
missed your chance to stab him.
Until he's got his cup of coffee.
Underbelly.
Don't talk to him. He's not a morning person.
I wonder if I die on this guy if we'll start here so I could show that.
Oh, that'd be interesting, yeah. But there's 0% chance that you'd ever die in this
No,
game, right?
yeah.
I just don't think it's ever going to
Simply
happen.
not possible.
I used to think it was impossible to screw up the countdown timer on the bombing run on Midgar, on the Mako reactor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've blown that before. Easy to get lost.
I don't remember how the special move works here. Does it power up mid-battle?
This boss music reminds me of the Castlevania boss music we were just listening to.
Okay, I might die here, guys.
Wait a minute. But is this...
Could be one of those.
This could be
you have
one
to
of
die.
those, yeah.
Okay, yeah, your little number is increasing.
Oh, yeah, so I should focus.
Yeah, what's with that bar at the top?
Which one do you think? Sure.
Can she heal him?
She has Sacra. I think she got that as when she leveled up.
Okay, she's got that, so I'm going to have her focus. Aww.
Skirt flickering one frame at a time.
Here goes.
There's your voice acting, Reiner.
You want to hear that through the entire game, really?
Yeah, but Nolan North doing it.
Okay.
Just like that. Sure, Cantonio.
Oh, that didn't hurt as much as Thunder of Fury.
Oh, I think she has it. Nope, not yet. What does
has
she
it,
need?
though.
He does.
Yep.
Cutlass Fury.
Oh, this is going to be sweet.
That's exactly what it's going to sound like.
Cutlass. Oof, mistake.
I like yours better, Reiner.
Wait for it.
Oh,
There it is.
nice.
It had that cool, like,
That's it.
electronic echo to it.
That was pretty cool.
That's not bad at all.
Leave her alone.
Not attack.
All right, I'm going to attack while she uses her magic on herself.
That'll do, Ayaka.
Sacri is a weird way to say heal. Or cure.
They're speaking Arcadian, though.
Oh.
Yeah, if you made your own RPG, would you just use kind of common terms like potion?
I'd probably
Just use the Final
Yeah,
Fantasy
yeah.
stuff.
You know, it's a universal language. Unless you're like establishing some new, like meta-gel or something in a... What is that? Is that Mass Effect?
Yeah, but that makes sense. That's like medical, right?
Yeah.
Like you make that connection.
Right, which is, I think, what makes that such a cool
Like healing
shorthand.
lotion, maybe?
But then you have something like, oh, antidote. Like, well, that should be poison. Ointment? What's ointment? I don't know.
Okay, that uses the special meter too.
Maybe I'll just make everything hassy.
Every
It's easy.
attack's hassy,
Yes.
every summon's hassy.
Put some
Nice.
hass on it. Ouch.
I really love there's no tutorial. It just assumes you can figure this crap out on your own.
Yeah, like this bar, this is throughout, or is this just bosses? The bar
This
on
is
the
throughout.
top?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is throughout the whole thing.
And has that been in previous battles? Did I just miss it?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, there was too much going on.
Sure.
This is too quick before.
I feel pretty good about this. I think I got this in the bag.
Who named that bull robot Antonio?
Oh, he's so close.
It was probably named after the creator's son. It's kind of a sore topic.
That's a good point.
I might not have had to do that because I think you gain focus at the end of each turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you just speeding it up a little?
I don't think so. I think I just wasted a turn there.
This should be a good handheld game.
Yes.
This should be remade for like Vita or something.
3DS can handle this, right?
I think so.
Some
might be
version
it.
of it.
I tend to say Vita just because the screen's larger.
Yeah. And the Vita is just the default JRPG system at this point.
Not necessarily. You have stuff like Bravely Default and
That's true.
See ya.
There we go. Well done.
Wouldn't want to be here.
See you in hell, Robot Bull.
see ya in Robot Bull Hell.
Enjoy your coffee.
Enjoy your Saints Row logo.
Whatever you are.
That
was easy.
We did it.
Nice work.
Nice scarf with the monocle.
Where does the adventure lead after this?
Why, to
to
the
a
lovely
village.
hometown village thingy.
Talk to some NPCs, buy some armor,
Climb some ladders.
level up your Sacri
Chase the bad guys some more.
Elfanzo.
Yeah, there's something terrible he does, isn't there?
Everything he does is terrible.
But is he gonna like bomb a village or something?
Blows up the moon.
Don't jump.
I don't know what they think is going to happen here.
Shake out, boy.
Okay, so they have sound effects every once in a while.
Yeah.
I just noticed this about his outfit. Is his sleeve not attached? Is it like buckled on?
It's
might
like little
be.
strands, I
Comes
think,
from
connecting it.
The Nomura school of wardrobe.
It's like those zip-off shorts they used to have.
Alright. Oh yeah, and she's part of your party then.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought she was dead.
Just brutal beginning.
Yeah, I thought so. I was kind of like, oh, this is cool.
Do you remember how this love triangle breaks down between the three of them? There's got to be some tension somewhere, right?
I don't remember.
You know what-
I think Vice is with her.
I mean, but sometimes just like the one person you'd think would be like a love interest is just sidelined and doesn't have anything to do with it. Again, like Penelo, like there's with Final Fantasy 11 or 12, it's just oh no, this isn't happening, or they just remove them from the equation. It's weird like that. But maybe you're remembering one in this.
No.
You don't remember, just assuming.
I think
I
they
don't remember.
develop together. I think it's very similar to Final Fantasy X. I might be wrong though.
Okay.
What was it, Fiona?
They were kind of looking at her stomach, but I guess that works too.
That was pretty impressive. The graphics there with the blanket.
Sheet graphics off the charts.
And the facial expressions changing and stuff. It's all pretty good.
They did a real good job with this.
Nice work. Very clean.
What was the studio that did this now?
That is Overwork, right?
Overwork.
Overwork. Okay.
Sega
They've had many
Overworks.
names throughout the years.
El Diablo.
Sega
Lucifer.
WoW. I think they were WoW.
Yeah,
Beelzebub.
Mephistopheles.
They were WoW to begin with,
Uh,
and then they became Overworks, and then they became Sega WoW Overworks.
there we go. Get talking.
Oh, we got choice.
Oh,
Mass Effect.
dialogue.
You know what? We're just gonna leave this here.
Oh,
We're not even gonna answer the question. Actually, we are. That's a shame.
You suck. Go back to bed so we can watch you.
But there's plenty of game here, and we're barely scratching the surface on it. But it was a good introduction.
It's about a third of the way through. One of the shorter RPGs.
I was happy to see this. I have no experience with this game, so
Oh, great! I'm glad.
looks cool.
Uh,
I'd play it.
And let us know what you thought of this episode in the comments section, everyone, and what you think of Castlevania Legacy of Darkness as a potential Super Replay candidate. One of the few we've mentioned.
Yeah.
Grown.
We'll see you next Saturday with probably not a game that I'll mention is a Super Replay candidate. See you then.